What's up, everyone? This is Tony with JRNY Crypto. So things are looking really bullish in the crypto market right now. A huge shift in sentiment. The last video we did just a few days ago was pretty bearish. We had Germany selling billions of dollars worth of Bitcoin, as well as fear around Mt. Gox having billions more that they're sending out. A lot of that likely to be sold. So Germany actually finished selling. I do want to talk about that, but the recent assassination attempt on Trump as well. Trump is actually going to be speaking at a Bitcoin conference later this month, and he has stated before he wants to make Bitcoin a reserve currency, which is extremely bullish. I think that's really going to help pick up mass adoption and retail interest. So crypto is actually pumping right now pretty good. We have Bitcoin up almost 13%, Ethereum up almost 14%. We have the Ethereum ETF coming very soon also. We have some bullish news around Bitcoin on the Bitcoin spot ETFs. Pretty bullish all around. Altcoins up around the same across the board. Bitcoin broke 63,000 this morning, and Ethereum's around 3,400. So it's looking pretty good, and I do think this is going to start kicking up retail interest again. So FOMO could start picking up and kicking in pretty quickly here. So we have an article here. Bitcoin is pumping hard right now, and here is why. Bitcoin's value rose as betting markets indicate an increased chance of Donald Trump winning the upcoming US presidential election. He's supporting Bitcoin, talking about even making Bitcoin a reserve currency, which is extremely bullish, of course. Investors expect a Trump presidency to create a more favorable regulatory climate for the cryptocurrency industry. Trump has positioned himself as a crypto-friendly candidate and is due to speak at a major Bitcoin conference later this month. So I think people are really anticipating Trump to say some really bullish stuff at this conference, depending what he actually says. We're probably going to get a lot of viral clips out of that, and that probably is going to really help pick up retail interest, especially with the election coming up. They're probably going to be talking about and debating about Bitcoin and crypto overall in upcoming debates in the election as well. So a lot of coverage on Bitcoin, and of course that's really going to help retail interest, but other bullish stuff that is helping retail interest as well. So German government has finally sold all of its Bitcoin, pump incoming. So this is bullish for a couple different reasons. Number one, they were selling so much Bitcoin so quickly, and it had a very little effect on the market once they actually did start selling. Like we talked about in the last video, it was actually the fear that came as a result of this news that actually caused a bigger market dip than the amount of Bitcoin they were actually dumping on the markets themselves. If you actually consider that, that is actually a bullish thing, since Bitcoin held so strong while they were dumping so much Bitcoin, on top of retail traders also dumping from the fear. And now we already have a huge recovery back into the 60,000s. That is a very bullish sign in my opinion. We still have Mt. Gox, but they're going to be distributing it to tons of different people, and it's not guaranteed they're all going to sell. They might even trade that Bitcoin back into the crypto markets and actually generate volume into altcoins and other stuff. So that can actually help pick up the altcoin season coming in the next few months. So this is pretty bullish. Germany is now completely out of Bitcoin, and there is no more selling pressure from that. So that selling pressure is out of the way. And something else that is bullish, spot Bitcoin ETFs continue to break records as Bitcoin pushes 63,000. So the Bitcoin spot ETFs are looking great as well. Just this morning, making a new record with 16.35 billion in inflows since January. Very bullish, even despite the market turbulence we just had with Germany selling and the fear around Mt. Gox releasing billions of dollars worth of Bitcoin. So that's definitely a good sign as well. IBIT launched in January, has become the largest Bitcoin spot ETF in the world, holding $18.3 billion worth of Bitcoin as of Friday, despite Bitcoin's price declining since Q1. More news on BlackRock here. BlackRock CEO Larry Fink in the news today, talking about Bitcoin, how he's a long-term believer, and also stating that he sees Bitcoin as digital gold. And we have an article on Block News here on that, stating why. So Larry Fink has called Bitcoin digital gold and said it has a role in investment portfolios. Fink was previously a Bitcoin skeptic, but changed his stance after studying it, now viewing it as a legitimate financial instrument. BlackRock issued a spot Bitcoin ETF this year, reflecting the firm's embrace of the leading cryptocurrency And like we said, the Ethereum ETF coming, and then there is discussion of Solana and other cryptocurrencies possibly coming after Ethereum. The more stuff we get like this, the better for the entire space. And I really think the Ethereum ETF is going to have a huge effect on the altcoin space as well. So this is very bullish all around. Having these various ETFs bringing tons of money into the space, more support overall. Any dips we have, there's a lot more buying pressure that is supporting that. And this is going to help retail interest pick up as well. So Ether price soars to 3,300. Market anticipates new ETF launch. So Ether has climbed to 3,300, gaining 16% in anticipation of new exchange traded funds. Analysts expect the introduction of Ether ETFs by the end of week, potentially boosting Ether's market position. The launch could drive up to $10 billion in new inflows, pushing Ether to new all-time highs. Of course, that might not happen immediately, but definitely going to help support that going into the election and upcoming couple of months with everything else getting more bullish. Very likely Ethereum will see new all-time highs, just like Bitcoin did with the Bitcoin spot ETF. So pretty bullish, and this is also going to be very bullish for altcoins like we talked about. This is going to be huge for the entire crypto space, and anticipating this by end of week, even if there is small delays on this, regardless, this is extremely bullish. More stuff on Bitcoin here. Bitcoin has broken its 200-day moving average for the first time since October of 2023, and that's when we had the huge run-up before we got the Bitcoin spot ETF, but that's when speculation started and the markets really started moving overall. Bitcoin pumped over 160% last time this happened since end of 2023. So definitely another good indicator. So we got Bitcoin in the news again here. US Bitcoin reserves will help strengthen the dollar, states Senator Cynthia Lummis. So she's really been helping push Bitcoin for years now. And the talk of Bitcoin being a reserve currency is huge. Donald Trump is saying he wants to do this. He did a post about this on his platform back in April. If he continues talking about this and supporting this going into the election, that's going to be extremely bullish. That's going to help bring a ton of retail adoption. And if they actually go through with that and Bitcoin becomes a reserve currency, that's where it's going to start getting extremely bullish. That's going to be the green light for hundreds of companies and other countries to start buying and holding Bitcoin as well. And that's really when there's going to be massive FOMO. There's not going to be any Bitcoin on the markets. There's going to be a massive shortage and supply shock. Everyone wanting to get their hands on Bitcoin at once. So that's the most bullish scenario I could see playing out. I don't think it's going to happen right away. Even if Donald Trump continues talking about this and wants to continue actually trying to do this, I don't think it's something that will play out right away. But regardless, just talk of this is bullish. So more of that in the news. So there's been a lot of hype around meme coins launching on Solana over the past few months. But a lot of these coins are down now, or we're just pump and dumps. You have to be very careful if you're trading in this. And especially these brand new ones that people are promoting in these trading groups and stuff, they're usually pump and dumps. They usually come and go very quickly, but people are making some crazy returns that are trading on these accurately. So some of these coins have actually become established and are here to stay, like WIF, Bonk, and Pepe, but these are down 50 to 60% over the last 45 days. And I think that's just because retail interest has been going down as well, like we talked about in the last video. If you check Google Trends, if the trend level is going down, then coins like this tend to be going down as well. But when the markets start picking up again and you start seeing that retail trend climbing steadily, that's when you're going to start seeing coins like this going up again. So we do need Bitcoin and Ethereum adoption to start picking up, retail interest to start picking up as well, and then altcoins are going to have a crazy altcoin season once we've had a couple good months with Bitcoin and Ethereum. But like I said, be very careful with trading meme coins. I haven't done a video on the recent Solana meme coin hype. I did a video on meme coins around beginning of the year. A lot of those are doing pretty well, but if you're trading brand new meme coins, you have to expect it's a pump and dump. So just be very careful. I will be doing another separate video going over this and talking about that, but some people are making some crazy returns. If you're quick about this and you're in the right groups and everything, you can get some crazy flips pretty quickly. But like I said, most likely the majority of those are going to disappear. So overall, market sentiment has done a complete 180 and things are looking pretty good now. In the last video, just about a week ago, things were looking pretty bearish. Germany selling billions of dollars worth of Bitcoin, Mt. Gox having billions of dollars they're releasing into the markets. But that actually turned into something bullish, with Germany finishing selling off their Bitcoin holding so strong. And now new bullish things coming into the news and into the markets. Everything is green across the board, looking good, headed into the election now. Pretty bullish with Donald Trump supporting Bitcoin and wanting to make Bitcoin a reserve currency, having that conference end of month. We'll see what he says at that conference. That's going to be very interesting. Upcoming debates, they could be talking about Bitcoin and stuff as well. Overall, though, things are looking pretty good across the board, and I do think the bull market will be picking up in the fall, if not sooner. So that's it for this video. If you guys want to stay more up to date, I do recommend following me over on Twitter. I am going to be doing more videos that I do have planned already as well. And I do recommend checking out JRNY Club. We just released this hub section where you can now stake your NFT, lock it in training. Once that's completed, I will give you access to mining and the aura field, which will help you collect resources, which will be to necessary for creating our metaverse items and activations in the metaverse. The other side metaverse platform is set to launch their building kit very soon, so we're excited for that as well, to start building out our metaverse stuff. But having a JRNY NFT also gives you access to a couple different platforms, which I'm going to be talking about very soon as well. So that's pretty much it for this video. I hope you guys found it useful. If you guys have any comments or anything, feel free to leave that below, and I'll see you guys in the next video.